Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beal, and I'm coming to you with a review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 5, Episode 21, A Vicious Cycle. Y'all, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. The episode really didn't give much. It was Anyway, we just gonna get into it. Y'all, if y'all like any of my content, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Please click the like button, because when you do click the like button, it goes through the algorithm and it gives other people the chance to watch me, and people notice my channel. And I am a growing channel on the road to 3,000 subscribers. But y'all, this Tyler Perry episode, I almost felt like I feel like this episode, like it's like he's rewriting people's characters. It's like Tyler is rewriting people's characters. He's rewriting people's storylines. He's just rewriting people to create drama. And it is very, very unnecessary. So please forgive me. I really didn't even take any notes. So it's not gonna be yeah. It's gonna be a lot of ad libs, and yeah. So yeah, here we go. So the episode picks up where it left off from last week, with Joey coming to the door, and Zach is just trying to figure out who he is. And then Tyler Perry's doing this stupid stuff. I'm sorry. I hate when he write I'm sorry, because it's almost like it's filler and lazy writing. Like, why is this man saying he's sorry 25 times in less than 5 minutes? Okay, you sorry, nigga. Go ahead and go on about your life if you did sorry. But no, you came to say something, so say what you got to say. So pretty much he out talking about Fatima baby daddy. And Zach looking like, what? Fatima baby daddy? Like, when? How? Like, because he didn't know. She didn't tell you? No, she didn't tell him. No. So apparently Fatima got a 9-year-old kid back from when she was living in Washington, D.C. So she felt like she couldn't handle being a mom. So she left him with the dad. And now the reason why he's back at her front door is because the kid is starting to ask questions. So in my mind, child, I was way wrong. When I did my breakdown of the trailer, it would have been better if this was all a setup that Hayden did. But we'll get there. Y'all will see. You will see that child. Anyway, so now so Zach is saying, well, can I get your phone number? So Fatima can contact you. And he said Fatima already got the phone number. So Fatima probably paying him child support. And maybe that's why she's so good at talking stuff out with all these other baby mamas, because she done talked to this man into raising her kid and paying him child support. But anyway, so he was like, no, she already got my number. And then Zach was saying, well, can I get your phone number? And he was like, no, I'm sorry. And he walked off. So of course Zach is mad, as he's supposed to be. And then it goes to the whole introduction, and yeah. So back over here at the airport. See, this is like, I don't even understand. To me, this was another irrelevant scene. So Preston comes up to Danny, and it almost looks as if Danny was happy to see Preston. And then she was questioning why he was there. And he was like, oh, you think I'm coming to see you? But remember, y'all, am I going crazy? Because when Q was in that bathroom taking him a shower, washing his head, shoulders, knees, and toes, she was on that phone with Preston, and they supposed to have met up to go have tea and crumpets or something. They were supposed to meet up to go have some coffee. Now, this is what I thought this was. But now, he's down at the airport, and he's not leaving. He's telling her that Mindy is coming to see him. And then he got the audacity to say, do you want to meet Mindy? I said, who in their right mind would tell a woman that you just asked to marry yesterday Do you want to meet Mindy, the girl that I asked to marry before I asked you? You know what I'm saying? Make this make sense. Can somebody help me so I can help my understanding on what is going on? And then while they're over there talking, Q comes up like he big bad Billy Goat talking about what's going on here. Man, why are you here? And then Preston already like, oh, so that's you? So this is another one? And then she get offended. What you mean another one? Yes, Danny, that's another one. What you mad for? You slept with him last night. Right when you was making plans to go have tea and coffee with Preston. But apparently Tyler Perry forgot to put that in the script because now Mindy is here. And do you want to meet her? And then Of course, Danny gets upset. Like, if you bring this girl over here, it's gonna be a problem. And then she was just like, so really? You know what I'm saying? Did you tell her to come to my gate? Out of all the gates in the airport, you chose to come to mine? Yeah, but this ain't mahogany. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, make it make sense. So anyway, he going on about his business because she said, you bring that girl over here, it's gonna be some mess. So now, wow. Okay, the audacity. So Q, do you really think you're welcome? This is what, see, this, I guess this episode made me more frustrated than I was confused. Than I was like, why are we doing this? Because, okay, Q, so do you really think you welcome? She just found out you was sleeping with Maurice. She just found out you done set up her friends to go get this bank robbed. She just found out both of her friends, well, Maurice was not her friend like that, but her friend was in jail all because of something that you did. And then the thing that you had to say was you a nice guy. You a nice guy, Q? Are you really? And then he gonna look at Danny like Danny telling him something wrong, like, oh, you hurt his feelings. Danny said, boy, if you don't get away from my desk, I'm gonna yell assault and I'm gonna spray you with this mace until you go blind. And he's still looking at her like, oh, really? Yes, really. That's what's gonna happen. So you can 1-2 step back over somewhere else. Because you are not welcome over here, Q. Bye. Ugh. Anyway, this writing was ridiculous. All right. So now you have, what's these people name? Gary and Hayden. They mad because Robin may have the money. But they said that you look into Robin's eyes. He bluffing. He really ain't got the money. So they gonna see if he gonna really be able to come up with this money at 5 o'clock when they get ready to come back at 4. Gary said he gonna be back at 4. What he say, 4:59? Anyway, child bye. So while they over there talking, here come Heather. Heather walk up and Gary looking like, so you still doing this with Zach? I thought you would move past this. And Hayden just like, I sure am. And Heather, I'll meet you back at my office. So they gone about their business because Heather said she ready to get down to the money. You know, if it ain't about the money, she don't want it. So they really trying to set this thing up so she can get this money. Okay, so now Fatima ends up calling, she calls Tamara to let Tamara know you need to get on your job because Heather is here. And Tamara says she downstairs, she'll be right up. So that was that. And y'all, if I'm floating through here, it's because it is what it is. It really wasn't. This episode really didn't do anything for me. To be honest, it really didn't. So it's, yeah. All right. And so after Fatima gets off the phone with Heather, she ends up calling Zach. Zach mad, and she can hear it in the voice like, okay, Zach, what's wrong with you? And he was like, yeah, we gonna meet up later, right? And he didn't really get into nothing over the phone. He just like, yeah, we gonna meet up, right? She was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, bye. Cause she did ask like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. We'll talk about it later, you know. And then he brought up the fact that did she bring up Heather to him? Yeah, I think she did. I thought she brought up the Heather situation, but he really wasn't concerned about that. Cause she did you call Heather? Yeah, she tried, it didn't work. But he wasn't concerned about that. He was trying to figure out this whole new baby situation. All right. I thought this was so funny. When I tell you, I oh, I said, boy, this doggone Calvin and his face, because he always do this face, and I just wanted to get a picture of it. But anyway, so they sitting over there in the waiting area waiting for Maurice to get released. And so apparently it was a while for them waiting. And so Calvin, he over here like, well, maybe your guy, he didn't come through. And Sabrina's like, yeah, he is. He's coming through. Are you sure? Yeah, he coming through. And so Sabrina goes on to tell Calvin that, she likes him, he likes her, and Calvin is like, what's in it for me? Where am I at on the totem pole between you and Bio? She was like, don't be jealous, don't be like that. It's not a competition, and he was just trying to figure out where does he stand with Sabrina. He come to find out that Sabrina goes ahead because, oh yeah, he asked was she one of them African, was he a Nigerian scammer? No, he's not a Nigerian scammer. He's actually a prince of Zukanda. And Calvin, he just like, you lying. She was like, no, I'm not lying. He really is a prince. He was like, what is this? Some type of coming to America type situation? Child, it is coming to America. It is. And every other show that came on with a Princeton came, well, man, you know what? It was coming to America pretty much. And he was just like, oh, really? So that's what it is? And Sabrina just really trying to just make it like, I haven't known him that long. I want to get to know him. And, we going to figure it out. But this is the part. I'm like, people don't forget. Now, I know this man gave you $1.5 million as Calvin stated. But Sabrina, you don't remember when Bayo was checking out Danny? Telling Danny, oh, she's beautiful. You want to talk to her, get to know her. You dang near want to date her too. So you forgot all about that, Sabrina? Did you? Oh, but he gave you that $1.5 million, so everything, all that other stuff is obsolete. I guess all that goes out the window. Yeah. Oh, it don't matter. He tried to holler at your friend, but he gave you this money. I'm like, yeah, dog, like this dude got multiple. You know what? This is Tyler Perry. Anyway, so while they over there sitting down waiting on Maurice, while Calvin face looking molded, Maurice come out of the back room with a fresh shave, fresh hairline. He looked like he just he looked like he walked in off his lunch break. I'm like, when I tell you Maurice looks so clean and smooth, and I'm like, who gave you money for commissary? Who put money on your books, Maurice? I mean, yeah. And he coming out with like he a diva, and he looking for Bio, because when Calvin reaches over to try to hug him, he pushed Calvin out the way like, Calvin, you really didn't do nothing for me, which was wrong of him. And then gonna say, where is Bio? Where is my African prince that bailed me out of jail? And then he talking about my chariot awaits. And I know that Maurice has this quote unquote funny banter that he has with Sabrina and Calvin. But in this moment, I was just like, you can say thank you. Just say thank you. You don't have to be so whatever you are, that ego. You need to drop that. You know what I'm saying? Just say thank you. I don't know if that, I don't know. I was just kind of over it. I was just like, dang, these people dang near I'll get there. You will see it when it happens. I'll get there. Because, yeah, I have a lot to say about Maurice. For real. All right. So, back over at the office, Heather was in the room. And Hayden was actually talking to Heather about getting all this money from Zach and all that stuff. And Heather was just pretty much telling Hayden, I don't care about I just want the money. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about all this stuff you got going on. I just want the money. And that was pretty much it. So while they was over there talking, Tamara comes in and he tells Heather to leave out. And she puts on this whole jealousy act. I know I haven't known you for that long, but I had a boyfriend. Oh, because she said, what is that? Or who is she? And all this stuff. Just questioning who Heather was. And he was just explaining, oh, that's just the client. I'm working on he said he was working on a child support case. And of course, she's working for Fatima. And she's saying to him, I really don't know you that well. I'm a little jealous. And he was like, oh, you jealous? He was like, she said, oh, have you seen you? I'm like, yeah, I seen him. But he alright. I mean, if he didn't have the attitude that he had, he would look better. But anyway, um, she started talking about her ex-boyfriend and how he was sleeping with the clients. And she was just like, she just want to be with him. And I know it's too soon, but she really like him and all this stuff. And then he was just like, all of a sudden, oh, okay, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. I put somebody else on the case. I was like, so it's that easy, huh? And so while they were in there talking, Heather comes in and he just pretty much tell her, yeah, I ain't working with you no more. One of my favorite movies is Harlem Nights. And what he say? Tell your mama I ain't coming home. That's what this reminded me of. I ain't working with you no more. And she was like, what? And then she was, no, I'll get somebody else. I'm done with you. And she was like, you old corny, whatever. And then, and then Tamara, she jumps in. My man, you get up out his office and all that stuff. Just further showing Hayden that she can be down for him too. And Hayden just eating it all up. I just was like, okay, so it's that easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, she's gone. Okay. Wrap this up. Wrap this storyline up. Now you have Sabrina, and Sabrina was calling. At first, Karen called Andy. Andy called Sabrina. They on this whole 3-way talking about they need to talk with Danny because Danny ended up sleeping with Maurice. And this reminds everybody back. To remind them back from when they was in college and they gonna end up meeting at Danny's house later. Did y'all tell Danny that y'all was meeting at her house? Child, anyway. So then Heather goes into Fatima's office and Heather is mad, which she should be, because you just got dropped. Now this man is the one that put all of this mess together. Now and then the thing is this. At first I was thinking like, okay, so since he dropped her from the case, is that really Zach's baby? So apparently we're not going to get those answers. I guess this is what it is. I guess that's Zach's baby. Because according to this, Fatima, she goes into Fatima's office and said, what are you trying to pull? What are y'all trying to play? Fatima looking like, what you talking about? She was just like, yeah, Hayden told me that he was going to be my lawyer. Now all of a sudden, he ain't my lawyer no more. He just dropped me. Fatima over there smirking because she set it all up. Her plan worked. And Fatima just telling her, you just need to call Zach. She said, I tried to call Zach. He not answering the phone. Fatima begins to also tell her, y'all just need to have a meeting. Zach is a cool guy. It's not going to be as bad as you think. And then Heather is just like, okay. So they end up going to meet later. But I'm just like, can we get a new DNA test? I'm still stuck on that. But I guess ain't nobody listening to me. So I'm just going to have to say it to myself. And that's going to be it. So now you have Gary in Andy's office. And he is just trying to hug all on Andy, looking at the window, seeing if Robin was going to come through just to see them hugging on each other. And Andy caught it. She was like, what is this? What are you doing? Why are you being so touchy-feely while we're at the office? You might have been doing that before. So you think that Robin going to see you, but he already gone for the day. And then she said, so did you tell him? Did you tell him that I was in on it? And he was like, no. But this is the part that kind of threw me off, because when she asked him later on in the conversation, she made it seems as if she was in on it. Am I tripping? Because she was like, okay, so don't, like, you didn't tell him, right? He's like, no, I didn't tell him. I'm like, hold on. Are you in or are you ain't my baby? Like, are you in this or are you not? I didn't think she was, but the way she kept asking, like, you gonna blow up her plans for her, I don't. That's that. Yeah. Did y'all catch that? Maybe it's just me, because the way she just kept asking, like, so are you sure you didn't tell him? Then I'm just like, are you sure you ain't in on it? And then she was just telling Gary, you on thin ice, and we in a good place. Don't make the situation worse than what it is. They go through this whole thing. Am I gonna see you tonight? Yeah, I guess so, maybe. Or whatever. I'm just kind of over that too. Child, I hollered. Maurice came in his house. He thought he was finna sit on the couch or the chair, and he hit the ground. I said, so Maurice, before you hit that ground, you didn't see that there wasn't no chair there in the first place? So you just came in with your eyes closed, thinking somebody was gonna yell surprise? I mean, like, what is going on? Who walks in whose house with their eyes closed, turn around and sit down on the floor? And he walked a long way, because that foyer is at least 10, 20 steps from where he at. And then he gets up and he's upset because Q done robbed Maurice blind. Now we already saw this coming, because 2 weeks ago when Q was in the house, he was taking microwaves and air conditioners and air compressors and anything else that he can go and take to the Savage Yard to get some money for. So now he done went down to taking golf clubs, anything that he can get. So now this man done went and got a U-Haul van and took all he took all Maurice furniture. And only thing Maurice got is literally almost the kitchen sink, and then a few cabinets. Yeah. This is the part that gets me. These people sacrificed a lot to get you out of jail, Maurice. You almost, to me, in my head, when I was watching this, it was like he was almost contemplating turning Sabrina in when that lawyer kept coming at him and coming at him. Now you're out. You rarely say thank you. And then you get upset with Calvin when all your stuff gone out of your house. Everybody tried to tell you to stop messing with Maurice. Everybody tried to tell you to stop messing with Q. But you continue to mess with Q on your own. For some reason, you took all that energy that you had toward Q and you put it off on Calvin. And Calvin was the one that was really trying to help you the most outside of Sabrina, that was really trying to be there for you and be your friend and reassuring you that they're doing everything that they can to get you out of jail. Now, Calvin and changed the locks on the door. Q picked the locks. Calvin was trying his best, but Q is a criminal. Calvin ain't about that life. You gonna sit up and say, so what did you do? He a man. Did you twirl on the floor? Calvin ain't no fighter. Q is. Q is used to being in and out of jail. And I'm like, the audacity for you, Maurice, to sit up here and shift blame on everybody but yourself. Granted, Calvin, you did convince Maurice to let Q stay. Now, I ain't forgot about that. You did that. But at the same time, Maurice, you was sleeping with Q. You already had it in your heart that you wanted to be with Q anyway. After Sabrina told you over and over again. Matter of fact, after Calvin did tell you, but then Q gave him that sad story. And Calvin, he wear his emotions on his sleeve. So he was a sucker. But then after that, he was telling Q he need to get up at that house. But anyway, so he hurts Calvin's feelings. Calvin said, you know what, I'm finna go take a walk, because he literally made Calvin feel like he wasn't man enough to stand up to Q. And that ain't fair. That's not fair at all. So while they're there, Sabrina was trying to give him a reality check. Maurice didn't want to hear it, but she still was like, you're going to have to accept some accountability. He said he accepts some, but apparently you don't. And she went ahead and told him, Calvin almost killed Q. He did. When he was beating him with that golf clubs, you didn't, Sabrina, why you didn't tell Maurice that you started it though? But anyway, she did tell him this, and now he looking stupid. Oh, he did that for me. He did that for me. And then they told him that, yeah, he did. But also, Q stole your car. And Q got a job down there at the airport. How you get a job at the airport? For some reason, they said that Danny helped him get the job. But hold on. Am I tripping? Didn't Danny tell Sabrina that the cop guy got him the job? That she thought that he's the one got him the job. So why Sabrina acting like she didn't know how he worked up there at the airport? I really don't know. But at the end of the day, Sabrina got Maurice to see that you have to take accountability. It's your fault that you're in this. You just spent all this time in jail. Sabrina spent time in jail too. And then you might not even have no job because Sabrina ain't got no job either, Maurice. So you're going to have to start figuring out your life. And then my thing is too, you better be glad you got somewhere to come home to. Now, you actually still could have been in jail. Now, would you take jail or would you take coming to a house that ain't got no furniture? You choose. You choose. I'll take a house with no furniture over jail any day. At least you out, because every other time you reminded us that you was fighting for your virginity, telling us that your house ain't safe in a family full of men, quoting Oprah and all this stuff. That's what you was just saying. But now all of a sudden you mad at everybody because you ain't got no furniture. You better be glad you out of jail. That's what you better be glad. All right, I guess I'm done with that. I spent too much time on that. All right, so back over at Karen's Hair Mastery, Aaron, of course, bringing Karen some food. They sitting down eating. He telling her that she got to take it easy and all that stuff. So while they in there chit-chatting, Pam come in there and say, hey, you got a visitor. Karen think it's for her, but she was like, no, it's for your boy, Aaron. Oh, the girl name is Jennifer. And Aaron at first looking like, oh, like he didn't know who it was. You know who that is at that door. Anyway, so he go outside. Jennifer out there waiting on him. He's still trying to be calm and cool, telling her, okay, we gonna talk about it outside. But am I tripping? Maybe I got my scenes messed up. But when Aaron had in the trailer, Aaron, okay, when it ended, Aaron was going outside to go get some spoons because he said he left spoons in the car. And then that's when he saw the Jennifer girl. Now the Jennifer girl that came and knocked on the door, tried to make an appointment to go see Aaron. She went and got Aaron. They went outside to go talk. So, child, did that happen or am I tripping? That's why I just be like, that's why a lot of times I be like, I don't know. Because I be trying to make it make sense in my head. And anyway, so they go outside, they run around behind this big van, fussing and tugging and pulling. And while they out here tugging and pulling and he getting slapped on, Pam in there narrating everything to Karen. Karen act like she don't want to see what's going on. She like, can you look at your man? He just got slapped. Can you look at your man? They out here tugging and pulling. Can you look at your man? They out here arguing. This is getting intense. She over there acting like, girl, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. While she over there prepping somebody here. And then when she finally look over and see that Pam ain't over exaggerating, your man out here running around the car fussing with Jennifer, and Jennifer calling this man John. So you need to figure out who is it, John or is it Aaron, or what's going on. And then Karen talking about she finna go out there and somebody finna call the police. Can somebody please call the police? Then maybe somebody can run some license plates or run some ID so we can figure out who Aaron John is. Because this is confusing. What did you do? So apparently in the trailer, it looked like that's somebody that he used to mess with. You reminding him of somebody that she used to know, and he made her feel like he was the only one. That's your good man, Savannah. That's your good man, Aaron John. All right, Karen. Child, and y'all, this is finna be Karen Unleashed, because now she done found out that her good man is a bad man. All right. So this is the end all scene of it all. I promise y'all, I did not think that I was going to be this long on this review. But this is the last scene. Zach is pacing. He's pacing back and forth, right? Oh, mind you, before this, the receptionist lady, child, she was doing her job, wasn't she? That receptionist lady was making sure everybody was good. Oh yeah, Fatima told her to go get that application that Tamara filled out and give it to her so she can go trash it. All right. Anyway, so Zach walking, he pacing, right? So Fatima come in, she happy because she feel like she's doing her job as a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I done got Heather together, we done got Karen together. You know what I'm saying? Now we better go get something to eat. No, y'all not. So Zach looked at her. He was like, Fatima, did you tell me everything about your life? And she looking like, yeah. But when she started looking at him like, yeah, child, she started to look in every corner of her mind to say, ooh, I didn't, ooh, what, ooh, because that year was not a clean year. She started reminiscing and playing the playbacks in her mind about her life back in 1993, what had happened to her. But anyway, so then he says, well, did you not tell me about Joey and your 9-year-old son? And Fatima like, how you know about Fatima looking like, how you know about that? Cause he done came to the house, girl. You need to keep a hold on to your men. And in the trailer, did y'all hear Fatima say she didn't like the little she called the little boy. You know, y'all know I really don't curse. That ain't no cuss word, but she called him a bastard. Like, you how you gonna call your own kid that? Now I thought that was a person without a father, so you done left him without a mother. So anyway, y'all, so come to find out, I guess this is true. Everything that we ever thought, all of our suspicions, our breakdowns of these trailers, everything that we thought that could make sense, we just gonna throw that out the window. We gonna throw it out the window. As many times as Fatima used to bring up the fact that Zach got all these baby mamas, that she was, to me, it's like she made herself self-righteous. Like, you should be happy you're with me. I'm your good woman. I build you up. I'm this. Now you hiding kids. So it's a 9-year-old, y'all. We was thinking, well, maybe she probably got an abortion. Maybe it was a miscarriage, stillborn, maybe something. Maybe she went out to the country and then they said it was the grandma baby. You know how they do. It's my auntie, sister, and baby. But it was really hers. And she didn't leave it with the auntie, sister, brother. She left it with the baby daddy, Joey. Joey. Child, you know what? This is Tyler Perry's Sistas. When I tell you this is the messiest show that I've ever seen in my life. First of all, we can't keep up with storylines. First of all, we can't remember what happened yesterday. Why I keep saying first of all. First of all, we can't remember storylines. Second of all, we can't remember what happened yesterday with the conversations between each other. Third of all, we just gonna have to figure it out day by day because any given day, you know what? We might I was just about to say we gonna end up finding out that Fatima real name is Ashley, because John real name is it ain't Aaron. Aaron real name is John. Child, anyway, let me get up off of here. I'm tired. This is Sheila Billy. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this old crazy episode of Sistas. We got one more episode left, and Tyler better do something to make this make sense because now it's just all over the place. Bye, y'all.